Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation today is Dhanasari Mahalla Pehla, composition of the first Nanak, from the Rag Dhanasari, and the recitation. Dhanasari Mahalla Pehla, Kiau Simari Sivarya nahi jaye, tapeh hiau jiyada bilalai, Siraj savare sacha soye, tis visariye changa kyo hoy. How should I recall that one? Kyo Simari. Simari is from Simran, remembrance. Sivarya nahi jai. I cannot remember. I have difficulty remembering that one, the self. Tape hiau, the heart is agitated and burns. Tape, heated, overheated condition. Jiyada bilalai, jiyada, the being, my essence. It is in anguish. Jiyada bilalai. Siraj savare sacha soye. That true one that I'm longing for is the one who fashions us, Sirjya, and the one who shapes us, Savare. Siraj savare sacha soye. If that one is forgotten, this visariya, how can anything go well? Changa kyun hoy. So if you remember the previous sabad, Guru Nanak had advised the mind to reorient itself to the har, to the self. But here he's asking the question, how shall I reorient the mind? What is the method? It is hard to do. Sivarya nahi jai. The reason he tells us is, I can't do it because my mind is agitated. Tapya hiau. And I am anguished as a result of my agitation. Jira bilalai. But he assures us that such an agitated condition is only to be expected. How can any good, after all, come from being estranged from one's own source? This visariya changa kyu hoy. Something to ponder about. What good can really come out of this if you're cut off from your own source? Hikmati hukam na paya jai, kyo kar sach milo meri mai rahao. By cleverness or calculation, which is what hikmat means, that divine order, that cosmic order cannot be grasped. Hukam na paya jai. How then can I discover that eternal one? Meri mai, kyo kar sach milo meri mai. So mai is significant here. It's crucial. It means mother. But in the spiritual context, in Indian spiritual poetry, it is really an address to the seat of one's consciousness, the heart, which represents the nurturing principle within us, the one that soothes our anxiety, hence motherly. So in Punjabi, we say ma, mai. You invoke it in conversation either as a gentle, respectful appeal, sometimes symbolically. He uses here the phrase "Kyu kar sach milo meri mai" as an abstract question. How do I meet the truth? And he grounds it in a lived relational experience, that of a nurturing mother. So you see, the philosophical search, Kit Sivron, how do I do it, is morphing into existential longing. like a child's plea to its mother. You see the transition happening. And then he goes on to say, Vakhar naam dekhan koi jaye, na ko chakhe, na ko khaye, lok patine na pat hoye, ta pat rahe rakhe ja soye. Vakhar naam. Vakhar is a commodity. The commodity of naam, of wisdom, vakhar naam, dekhan koi jaye, is a rare trade engaged in by a few. Dekhan koi janda. No one tastes it, that is to say, no one assimilates it. Na ko chakhe, no one eats it, that is to say, no one internalizes that wisdom. What are people busy at? Lok patine. People are busy seeking worldly approval. But the Guru says, na pat hoye. Such validation is not real, it's hollow. Ta pat rahe, rakhe ja soye. True validation, the one that endures, is received from the self. In other words, it's self-validation. So Guruji is using a trading analogy, comparing Naam to a commodity so rare that it remains untraded and unseen, except by a few rare ones. Most of our exchange, our energy capital, is for worldly commodities, status, wealth, what have you, to seek this external validation. But Guruji is telling us that the applause of the crowd is superficial and transient. It does not endure. And now he explains to us, Jeh dekha, teh rahe samaye, tud bin duja nahi jaye. Jeko kare, kite kya hoye, jisno bakse sacha soye. So wherever I look, there you are, fully present and pervasive, samaye. There is nothing else apart from you. Tud bin, duja nahi jaye. No second exists. It cannot be found. Whatever one tries, jeko kare, what can it accomplish? Kite kya hoye? You see that? Only the one who the true one forgives, bakshe, finds fulfillment. So your perception here is widening from separation, longing to omnipresence. The divine is now not seen as a distant object, but the very context in which we are seeking, in which seeing occurs. We perform deeds, but they are revitalized. Effort without grace remains incomplete. So this is the balance between action and awareness. Hun uth chalna mahat ki taal, kya moh desa gun nahi naal, jaisi nadar kare taisa hoye, vin nadri nanak nahi koi. Vin nadri, without the glance of mercy, no one can find fulfillment. As the glance of mercy falls, jaisi nadar kare, so one becomes. Taisa hoye. Hun uth chalna. Now the moment to depart has come. Who can hold it back? Mahat ke taal. With what face shall I appear? Kya moh desa, when I carry no virtue within. Gun nahi naal. So now Guruji is using mortality as a mirror to us. The moment of death is ever present. It cannot be deferred. So what face are you going to take with you? If you are bereft of virtue, how will you present yourself? Virtue meaning this awareness, qualities. So transformation and acceptance and liberation are never earned solely through one's effort, but our effort is the weeding out, the preparation of the soil so that grace can take root. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.